Okay, welcome back to another episode of Santo's World, and in today's video we are actually going to be talking about life, and specifically we're going to be talking about the idea that nothing lasts forever. I recently went through a pretty rough patch in my life. I feel like sometimes when we go through a rough patch in our life, it can kind of feel like there's no way out, and our current circumstances are always going to be the way they are now and nothing's ever going to change. And that's a pretty lonely feeling, to be fair, because your current circumstances, your immediate circumstances, they feel like they hold so much weight, and it feels like things are always going to be in that way. And it's very easy to forget that there was a time where things weren't that difficult, and eventually you will be able to get to that point again. And even if nothing is fixed and things do sort of kind of stay the same, how you feel about it won't be the same, because that's the thing. We grow as people when we go through things, we get stronger, and that's something I realized for myself pretty recently. Actually, I went through like a rough patch in 2023, and things were proper difficult to deal with at the time. And once I was able to get through it, what I was thinking was, I never want to get to that place again. I would never want to go through that thing again. And I just thought that if it happened again, it would kind of be an unbearable nightmare. But what I did realize actually was that the second time round, it wasn't as difficult as the first one. The second time round, I was a lot more prepared, whether that be emotionally, mentally, and physically as well, and knew what to expect. And it just overall wasn't as difficult or as taxing as the first time that I went through it. And that kind of made me feel better about myself at the time as well, because it made me feel like, do you know what, yeah, fair enough, I'm going through the same thing again. However, this time I'm actually a lot stronger, and the previous experiences that I went through actually did something for me. They actually built me up. They actually made me a stronger person. Don't get me wrong, I'm not invincible or anything like that, but I'm definitely a lot more durable. I'm capable of enduring a lot more than I was before. And sometimes these small wins are important. Literally, sometimes it's good to just focus on these little small wins that you get. You know, being proud of the fact that I went through something, I endured it, and came out the other side a better and stronger person. And sometimes there's no need to overthink it. Sometimes there's no need to think about why you're going through that pain or what the lesson is. Sometimes it's literally as simple as taking that small win of getting stronger and moving on. And yeah, nothing lasts forever. Obviously, in the moment when you're going through it, it kind of feels like an eternity. It feels like such a long time. But if you endure that pain, eventually you're going to realize that that immediate pain that you felt, that current pain that you feel now, it won't last forever. It's only for a specific point in your life or this phase of your life that you're feeling that pain. But eventually, like with anything, it will pass. And that's true for bad things as much as it is for good things as well, which is why it's important to never take for granted the good days and to actually appreciate them and cherish them as much as you can, because you never know when it will all be taken away from you. You never know when everything is going to change. So I feel like the least that you can do is actually appreciate those days and enjoy them. And I feel like that's something I didn't do enough of when I was a little bit younger. I felt like I wanted to grow up so fast. I wanted to be that age so fast, when actually I should just spend more time actually savoring, you know, the phase of my life that I was going through. Because yeah, there's literally no point in rushing things, because time will pass. Eventually you will get to the next phase of your life. There's no need for you to rush it yourself. So it's good to enjoy the moment that you're in now. Enjoy the phase of your life that you're in now as much as you can, because that phase will come to pass. And sometimes you only realize how good you had things when you lose them. And that's the sad part. I feel like as a society, as people, sometimes we very easily take things for granted until we lose those things. And then that's when we realize how important they actually were to us. So I think for me, this year is going to be a lot more about being in the present, a lot more about focusing on where I am now, not thinking too much about where I'd rather be instead. I'm trying to actually take things slow in terms of actually appreciating the environment I have around me, appreciating the people that I have around me a bit more. And I feel like that's one of the hardest things that you can do as a person, to actually appreciate the present and appreciate all the things that come with it, whether that's the bad things, whether that's the good things as well. All that combination is what makes the present. You can't have one without the other, which is what makes it so hard and makes hindsight such a beautiful thing, because you spend so much time wanting to run away from something, and then when you actually do get away, you kind of get hit by nostalgia, and you kind of get this feeling of wanting to go back to that same thing that you spent so much time thinking about leaving. But yeah, I just want to close off this video by saying that if you are going through a rough patch, if you are going through a tough spot, just remember that nothing lasts forever anyways. This rough phase that you are going through, it will come to pass. And every day that you're going through it, you are becoming a stronger person for it. And it will get to a point where one day it doesn't phase you as much as anymore. It doesn't hurt you as much anymore. But yeah, if you've made it up until this point in the video, thank you very much for watching. And if you found some value in this video, then you already know what to do. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.